Grand Rising, chosen divine beings. It's your girl, Oshun Messenger, here with a message from the waves. Getting ready to tap into the energy. Please take the messages as they resonate. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. This message may not be for you, but it may be for somebody that you know or someone around you. Hope you guys are having a supreme rising and that you had a peaceful night's rest. I just want to encourage you to know that no matter what's swirling around you guys, Divine Collective, that it's swirling right into place. Everything is coming into alignment. So keep those heads held high and just keep pushing. See what's going on with the different energies. First card, Nine of Swords, on the down right. Second of card is Eight of Cups. Third card, Strength. Rearrange these. Alright. Fourth card, the Tower. I think we'll just stick with that. And I'll pull one more, two more after. So, starting with the Nine of Swords energy. This energy is an emotional anguish. Feeling regret, emotional baggage, past life trauma to heal, guilt, intense feelings, unresolved issues. So a lot of energies out there are feeling deep regret for things that they have been stirring up in the dark. Things that they dredged up because of their own unhealed wounds. As I say, hurt people hurt people. And so now that things are being exposed, now there's a lot of unresolved issues on their end. There's a lot of unresolved issues on divine chosen beings' end as well, that are now going to be getting wrapped up and on both ends, nevertheless. It's been a intense journey on both ends. On one side, the karmic field side, they were busy trying to sabotage and betray us to the world as something that we're not, and left us feeling in mental and psychological anguish. And now that the tables have turned and things are on the flip side of the iceberg, I would say, now they are feeling the same emotions that they put some of us through. There's really no upright on this card, as you see. Mental anguish continued. Psychological trauma, lost hope or love, dark thoughts, anxiety, fear, nightmares, insomnia, worry. And all the answers for them right now, as far as advancing their affairs, are a big no. There's no forward movement. There's no new plans or plots that are going to prevail. There's no more chaos magic that they can throw. There's no more dark magic that they can spell. Matter of fact, while we're talking about that, a lot of the Nine of Swords energies have been up to, behind the scenes, been up to throwing physical and spiritual attacks. And part of those attacks were the psychological trauma, having us to be have a loss of hope or love, having us to have dark thoughts, having us to have anxiety, fear, having us to have nightmares, insomnia, and worry. And so now everything is flipping right back to them, and they're having to face everything that they put us through. And I'm reading this for you, Divine Collective, and also for me, because I, like I've said, I'm going through and have been going through the same situations. So Second card, strength. That would concern us, Divine Collective. We are an invisible force. We're gentle with persuasion, compassionate, we have confidence, courage, belief in ourselves, infinite potential, personal power, we're influential, and we have wisdom. A lot of us have a lot of lions ferociously coming after us, or lionesses ferociously hunting us. And for a lot of us, we're able to walk with beasts. We're able to tame them and to calm them and to silence their mouths gently. A lot of animals know a person's soul, and they know their true intentions as far as compassion. A lot of animals gravitate towards me, and I know a lot of animals gravitate towards divine beings in general. Even if they are considered to be beasts, we're able to calm them and make them gentle. So a lot of these energies that have been lionesses and lions in our life have actually flip themselves into feeling inadequate, having self-doubt, they're feeling weak, they have low self-esteem, and they're feeling vulnerable. And that's because at the end of the day, they've really never valued themselves. They've never valued who they are, what they can do. They've never really tuned into their inner higher self. They gain strength through falsehood, through a facade, as I'll keep saying. And because of that, now they're having to feel all these symptoms that they sent our way. But that's all right. Nevertheless, we're going to continue to stand our strength and continue to move eloquently and boldly. I shall. I'm going to keep this card right here. Next card, Eight of Cups. Walking away. A lot of us, that's exactly what we're doing. Packing up what no longer is meant for us, and getting rid of and letting go. We were emotionally unfulfilled, as I said, and there's really no divine connection, no divine partnership with some of these energies. And so since they wanted to, basically treat us like we're nothing, we decided to get our nothing selves up and go ahead and walk on down that road, a new road meant for us. Meanwhile, they're having lack of direction. They're dishonest with themselves and others. A lot of people are staying in connections for the wrong reasons, whether it be greed or having a codependent mindset. They're in limbo, not knowing which way to go. And they're faking their happiness right now, pretending to act as if everything is okay when behind the scenes everything is in shambles and in chaos. As I said, a lot of people have been putting on those masks, multiple masks, for many years, and the whole time trying to gain off of others and trying to gain on one's self-success has ended up causing them ultimate heartbreak. And a lot of people within their collective they're turning on each other, or they're staying connected to each other just for the simple fact of, like I said, monetary or an alliance. But at the end of the day, it's all fake. Fake happiness, fake connections, fake relationships, fake facades. Fourth card, the Tower. This is exactly what everybody in Karmicville is going through right now. Big shocking events, energy surge, bankruptcy, immediate revelation, sudden upheaval, wiped out, destroyed, divorce, chaos. For us, we're having a good tower. We've nearly escaped, and that is so true for a lot of us. We escaped right at the right time, in divine timing. Thank God for the spirit guides and ancestors for allowing the veil to fall off of our eyes and for us being able to wake up and see what's really going on. Because of that, we averted disasters. Like I said, near misses. At first, for some of us, we were resisting the change, and that was really holding us back. But as soon as we stepped out, we were able to, like it says, stall delaying the inevitable. At some point, dealing with these karmic energies, you have to embrace the inevitable, because if you stick around too long, you know, it could ultimately cost your life. And I'm sorry I'm stuttering, you guys. I know exactly where the stuttering is coming from. That would be that mother figure energy just trying to stifle my speech. But nevertheless, I'm still gonna get this message out whether she likes it or not. So yeah, the tower. And speaking of towers, as things fall into place or are literally falling. If you guys, Divine Collective, if you guys have noticed, because I have, it seems like everything that I touch or handle, a lot of things have been falling lately or tipping over. Pretty much, they want us to cry over spilt milk from the past. And we're not going to do that. You go ahead and take your bounty paper towels and go ahead and clean that mess up. We're not going to trip over the projected stumbles that they want us to have, whether it be through our speech, whether it be through us moving through our daily activities. Just keep on putting those affirmations in the air that everything is going to align itself, that everything is happening how it should be, and that you are capable and most definitely protected in all suits of your life. Ashale. So I'm gonna clear these energies out. I'm gonna hold on to the strength, and I'm gonna pull from the We Are deck and see what we need to reflect on as far as moving forward today. First card that flew out is I Judge Myself When. That seems to come out a lot. Second card, I Have a Plan. And third card that flew out is I Won't Stop Because. And those are really good cards, guys. Let's see. I Judge Myself When. Let's take a look at the picture. As you can see, she is taking a look at herself in the mirror. This would concern ourselves as far as looking at our shadow side and our light side, for we do hold both, and that's something that we have to tackle within ourselves each and every day, to look in that mirror and see what dark sides of us we do not want to continue to go on, whether they be caused by ourselves or whether they be, I guess you would say, PTSD characteristics from people and situations that have happened in the past. Taking that look in that mirror and pulling that dark energy, I guess, out of yourself, out of your reflection, is something that is necessary to do, because pertaining to future counterparts and counterparts and situations and relationships that are going to form here in the future, we don't want to bring those dark toxicities with us. Archangel Michael, Raphael, Uriel, please block and stop communication failure right now. I shall return to sender. And as I was going to also say, on the flip side, for a lot of karmic energies, they need to take a look in the mirror, take a look at the man in the mirror, and question themselves and really see themselves for who they truly are, whether they're the darkest of the dark or whether they're just starting their karmic cycle as far as being a dark energy in the world, because it can start young and it can go all the way until you're in your 90s and over. So it's really important to take a look in that mirror so you don't project yourself onto others. Point blank and simple. card says, I am real. This card is about authenticity, the courage to be yourself, not a pleasing image, but a living truth. And that's very true on the flip side of that mirror. Seeing your living truth, not what you want the world to see about you. Questions. And what do I feel my realness? What makes you feel real? What do you see that's real about yourself? Whether you be karmic or not. Who are you within yourself? Who do you understand yourself or overstand yourself to be? How would I act if I weren't afraid of being too much or not enough? It was a really good question. It's a question that I ask myself often. I have a lot of childhood wounds that I am healing. And for the longest time, I didn't feel like I was enough for anybody. And that's stimulated from parental wounds, starting from being adopted, not thinking that my biological parents wanted me. And then after being adopted, feeling like my mother figure didn't love me, or that I was never going to be enough for her. And I know that a lot of us divine energies, we because we're purposed and we're called, we've had to go through a lot of childhood trauma. And too often as youngins, we feel like we're not doing enough, that we'll never be enough, that we're not good enough, not only for ourselves, but for the world. And when we ask ourselves how we would act if we weren't afraid of being too much, because that's how a lot of people see us, as you're doing too much and you think you know everything and you're just putting on a facade. And if you didn't have to worry about hearing those, even if you don't hear them, but you just inner hear them, if we didn't have to worry about those thoughts and the words that people say and think about us, what our ultimate potential could really be. So I encourage you to block out any negative thoughts, even self-negative thoughts, mostly those, because they've been brought on by past people who said that you weren't enough and said that you weren't good enough, or said that you were too much. Just, keep that reflection of who you really are, the reflection that shows and shines off of the sun, the Most High, and know that you are enough. You are enough for you. You are enough for the world. And you are enough for those who truly value and cherish you. Stay real. Whether you're in Karmicville, be real with yourself, or if you're not karmic, still continue to stay real with yourself and keep shining. Second card. I have a plan. As you see the rising pinks above her, she's rising from the ashes. She's got her notebooks and her books. She's looks like, being in tune. She's studying up. She's writing things down. She's setting things in order. As if she's sitting in her own little office, got her own little, she has a plan. Put it like that. I'm ready to fight for. A card about boundaries. I'm ready to defend about what holds deep value for me. What I'm ready to fight for. A lot of us are continuing to put those boundaries up and continue to do so, because these dark entities, they're becoming more rampant and more desperate, as I'll keep saying. So just stay ready so you don't have to get ready. What is truly important to me? What are your values? What do you truly cherish? What needs to go? And what needs to come in and flow? What is worthy of my strength, my fire, my fight? A lot of these energies out here, they want to siphon and suck up all your energy, so you don't have the energy to pour into the things that are important to you. So like I say, you have to keep those boundaries up and not allow anybody to enter your force field with their negativity and with their BS at the end of the day, because they will try it, and they'll try to dirty up your energy to the point where you're not allowed or you're not able to express or expose that brightness. So continue boundaries, guys. Just keep those swords up and those shields up. Third card, I won't stop because, as you see, I'm going to take this as ancestors standing in the back. Firstly, you see the Most High, the sun beaming down over the clouds. Looks like, and she's walking on a pier, but the pier is on top of, kind of looks like the top of, like the Grand Canyon, I would say the flat parts of the cliffs. And it looks like the Most High has set a path for her to be able to cross over. Because as you see, there's cliffs on each side of her where she could fall. And where she wouldn't have been able to make it because she wouldn't have been able to reach those, I guess they call them plateaus, flat parts. So as you see, the Most High has set her up a boardwalk, and it looks like she's crossing over to the other side with her ancestors and with her spirit guides, and I love that. But also on the flip side of that, those that are standing in the background, those could be future energies that would love to stop and block and halt her and get in her way. And as she crosses over to the other side, regardless, it doesn't really look like it matters because you can take those clouds under the sun, which could be bubbly at first, but if we flip it and she's walking into energetic field of karmic field, as you see the storms, they're kind of dark at the top, so it could form a storm for them. As I also say, the sun is always shining above the storm, so no matter if it's raining, whether it's cutting up outside and raging all around, the sun is still above all the chaos. And I love that. And as she's walking on that boardwalk off into that, it's nice to know that the Most High always has us covered, always has a path for us to take, a path that He's built just for us to be able to cross over into the unknown. That's exactly what she looks like. She's doing is crossing over into the unknown. But as it says, I won't stop because choice. A card about the moment of choice, not always between good and bad, but between desire and what's right. It's also about readiness to take responsibility for the chosen path. And that's exactly what I said. A moment of choice, good and bad. I see the good, and I also see, the bad that could come with that. But nevertheless, like I said, the chosen path that God sets for us. Today's questions: what am I choosing, and what is it really? Do I feel responsibility for my choice, and what choice leads to my truth? And this can go for Karmicville and for us. For Karmicville, it's time to today choose to do something different. Time to choose yourself and to heal yourself, and to stop coming towards innocent energies that didn't ask for y'all to come towards them in the first place. And for divine chosen beings, what are you choosing? And what are you choosing, and what is it really? Choose yourself, as I'll continue to keep saying. Choose you. Everything after that, as far as choices, will flow. Do I feel responsibility for my choice? That goes for Karmicville and for us, because at the end of the day, we all have free will. And what choice leads to my truth? And that is the question that I will leave us all with today. Is knowing our truth and understanding that the choices that we make will lead us to the truth. Hashem, if that makes sense. I am going to leave this with you guys today. I am going to jump off of here and maybe pick up on a message here later. In the meantime, chosen divine beings, keep those boundaries up, stand in your strength. Don't allow others to judge you, because we know who judges us at the end of the day, and it's not them. Always have a plan. Use that intuition. And don't ever stop going down your path, your divine path. Asheo, y'all. See you on the next one.